So I was walking up the side of the cage. You can't see it that great, but anyway.
Dogging, which I compared as cage fighting compared to actual writing, and, say, why are
John Cage, and at one point Morse said, well, are there ways?
And they would almost never come over to a cage, so you have to sort of be out there in the...
To buy only cage-free eggs. Starbucks has made a pledge.
The door of the shark cage and swim outside because the shark wasn't coming.
Was made to actually put him in a cage, and he was in a cage, literally.
Stress tests. 100 bees in a cage. They're given extracts of the mycelium, the myco honey.
Compromise. But that's good. That's like the John Cage thing you were just talking about. Things just happen because they have to happen.
Faraday cage. And I would say use encryption.
By either a process called cage or by microcell.
We have the keys to our cage these days, right? We have the ability to,
as a cage that determines how other people see us and how the state treats us.
And bolted onto the wall was this cage. And inside... And so she is walking down the stairs with this dead hamster in the cage, and she slips. And up goes the cage.
First edition of Batman, Luke Cage, all of that, right here.
What she did is she raised a group of rats in a very souped up rat cage with lots of other toys, lots of other rats.
Of marriage. It is a cage, but we put ourselves in.
In one cage, one monkey is going to get cucumbers. And you could do this with
We're putting these rats in an empty cage. They've got nothing to do except use these drugs.
Let them lock you in a cage and then come home and we're going to celebrate that you're home. But when you go to college...
Out of his shirt and he can't even keep them in the cage. He needed some help.
Jeb Gavin points out that Nicolas Cage might not actually be able to be as real.
These 3.5 years in a cage. Now these are intelligent.
With avant-garde composer John Cage teaching classes and staging collaborative.
Just as kind of a bit of a mask, a muzzle or a cage, and he just suddenly...
Bored. If you were shut in a small cage with one other...
Concrete cage of lions, tigers, one lone jaguar. And I...
on the belly or the rib cage, and I'm just going to windshield wiper the toes here back and forth. My heart, my rib cage. Opening up all the way. If you're feeling brave, leaning back, finding that integrity from the
of a political ideal. He was willing to risk sitting in a cage for the next 40 or 50 years in order to...
Okay. So this is what it looks like, and you have a little wire cage. You need to twist the cap.
So there's going to be this curve in the spine. I'm going to try to dial my lower rib cage and draw my navel up. Legs are...
Bottle.
Like on a microscope.
Long. Not extinct by any means, but in a cage with specific parameters. Unquote. Americans of the founding generation
organic, and we can manipulate